If we're going to have the staying power to endure what our people need from us, we have to task and challenge ourselves to be mentally and physically resilient ourselves. Everything that you're going to see throughout the course of the agenda for this week was developed and customized for you.
That's what we do as a school system that is so good. We adapt, we adopt, we lead the way on making things happen. Each of you are the best in your field, and you have valuable experience to share with one another.
We know for you as instructional leaders, you have to be in classrooms observing instruction and giving feedback to teachers. We invested in that as a system, right? Focused collaboration, 800,000 hours, because we know, again, that's such a critical practice.
But there's something about the power in numbers when you bring together 30, 40 people, putting out a problem of practice. Hey, I've got this going on. Have you ever seen or dealt with this before? And getting other ideas of how you can deal with the scenario.
One of the things we say in the Center for Instructional Leadership is the answer is in the room. If you don't know, reach out. This is a great time to network and build relationships and build your capacity as a leader.
We seek knowledge of the mystical DoDEA multi-tiered systems of support.
The Reflect and the Connect is basically an opportunity for a district to collaborate together to create this fun, engaging, and energizing kind of like summary of what they've learned so far, or maybe even what's to come. So it's supposed to be fun, but it's also supposed to be informative at the same time. We've been talking about multi-tiered systems of support for children. We've been talking about the learning walkthrough model. We've been talking about focused collaboration. We've been talking about our region initiative dealing with instructional rounds. And we're basically talking about what are things that teachers and principals can be incorporating in the classroom in order to bring high levels of learning for all students across the entire Pacific region.
I want you to get familiar with the Pacific Powerful Practices. And you're going to talk about how do you integrate those into your school improvement plans? Or how are they already in your plans, but can you maybe more clearly show that alignment?
Our table was struck by how the everybody, everywhere, everything in that order or in different order works for the connection between the Cognia standards and the work on the Tory Gate and the work that we do with our blueprint. It all connects to align to supporting our students in school, and it all comes together to work for one cohesive way forward.
In your school, what are some things that you are either currently doing or even maybe planning to do that address these areas and also support the Pacific Powerful Practices?
And instructional rounds, the way our complex sets up is a new teacher leads each round. So that's shared leadership among the staff. And it's a participant that's going to step into the role of the facilitator, and we're hands off.
I hope you're as on fire as we are to see what's going to happen this school year.
My assistant principal and I have worked really hard already at saying, okay, here's how we're going to utilize this piece on our first staff development day, or here's how we're going to incorporate this into learning walkthroughs, or here's how we're going to add this into our instructional rounds component.
We were really fortunate this week to have the author of Lead with Instructional Rounds, Dr. Vicki Wilson, teams in with us virtually from the United States and talk to us about her vision and what she sees the power of instructional rounds are. And then she answered questions that we asked her.
As leaders, your words mean so much to those that you work with. So I think, and it's probably not even creative, but just a really important reminder is to be grateful, to express gratitude for the participation and to be encouraging.
To me, it was one of, I think, kind of like our crowning jewels of this week. To be able to bring them into this environment, I think was highly impactful. I really enjoy these opportunities that we have together. I think it's really visionary to be able to bring these professionals together at least once per year, to be able to problem solve, to be able to think, to be able to develop relationships and network in order to help them understand you're not alone in this work. Not only are there other professionals in your job-alike field, but you have Center for Instructional Leadership staff. We have headquarters staff that's in the room that can answer questions. This is a great time to network and build relationships and build your capacity as a leader.
For every student. For every student. Every day.
Now go out and be great.